Good afternoon, everyone. It feels like half a lifetime. For 35 years, Aaron lit up our lives and graced us with his presence. Through him, 4 beautiful children came into this world. Aaron lived life to the full and left us with a lot of memories over the short length of his life. This afternoon, you will hear about this life, give you a chance to share some of your memories, listen to music he liked, and see pictures from his life. I encourage you now to be thinking about some stories you might like to share in a little bit. But as we begin, let's pray. God, we give thanks for Aaron. We are so grateful that he was part of our lives and we were a part of his. He left us far sooner than we would like, but we still give thanks for every moment we had together. We ask your blessing on this gathering today. Help us to let the stories sink in and bring back stories we shared with him. Bring us comfort today. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. There's a lot of music that Aaron liked over his life, and we're going to begin with one of those songs from Adele.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. And on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
When he announced his retirement from football, Detroit Lions running back Barry Sanders said, "My desire to exit the game is greater than my desire to remain in it. I have searched my heart through and through and felt comfortable with this decision. Now, I mention this because Barry Sanders had no bigger fan than a young boy who wrote him a letter many years ago. Not many famous people take the time to write letters back to their young fans, but Sanders did. The boy, of course, was Aaron. That was the day he became a lifelong Detroit Lions fan. In fact, so taken was he with this that Aaron even decided to become a Detroit Red Wings fan. We won't hold that against him. Aaron exited the game unexpectedly at University Hospital on October 29th. He entered the world on September 6, 1985, at Boulder Community Hospital when it was over at Broadway and Alpine, the old campus. I'm not sure he ever slowed down during the intervening 35 years. He was a ball of energy from the start. He was a perpetual motion machine, always up to something. He loved to do new things, always out and about with his friends, usually the friendliest of the bunch. He loved to be in the middle of everything where he could be a part of it all. He loved to make up games to play with his friends. He was a talkative and very vocal boy. When his stepdad was working nights and needed sleep, Aaron did his best to tone it down, but it wasn't always easy for him, but he tried. He was a well-behaved boy, though. He would welcome criticism as long as you explained the rationale behind it and it made sense to him. His schooling took him to Columbine Elementary School, Louisville Middle School, Monarch High School, and finally Justice High, where he got his diploma. He would return to Justice High, where he coached football and taught history. Aaron loved sports, all sports. Now, he played basketball, baseball, football, soccer, and rugby, and he loved a game called 500, and if you've ever played it with him, you know what it is. If you played it, he also invented games on the fly. He loved to do that, just make up something to play. Later, he became an avid sports watcher. He didn't stop playing, but he loved to watch as well. But we're not talking about just the basics like NFL or NBA and the like. He was drawn to the more eclectic sports. How many of you could tell all there is to know about curling? Well, Aaron could. Whether it was watching, playing, or talking about sports, he was always ready. He was also a gamer. He loved video games. And I bet you can guess what his favorite game was. Madden. That's right, Madden. Yep. Didn't take much, did it? But he was uber competitive, as Curtis found out when they played against each other. Fights were known to break out, and Aaron didn't let you leave until he won. Curtis learned to just let Aaron play. But it wasn't just sports he loved to talk about. He was a great conversationalist and somebody you just enjoyed having that good conversation with. Aaron took life as it came. He wasn't one to worry about things, just trusting that life would take him where it needed to go. But to really know Aaron is to know that family was the center of his life. Coming out of high school, he became a father at the tender age of 18 with his wife Janelle, and they welcomed Dominique into the world. During this time, he took some classes at Front Range, almost finished, and worked at a variety of odd jobs. He was the guy who knew how to fix things. But again, all he did was with his family in mind. They moved to Dallas, where they both had jobs. Aaron worked with his father-in-law for a year in the area. Layla was born during this year. But they missed family back in Colorado and returned. It's hard to get away from Colorado, isn't it? They got an apartment in Lafayette. Now, Dominique suffered a very bad accident, and it took quite some time for her to recover. They moved to Louisville near his mom. Anthony was born during that time. When Dominique healed, they took a celebration trip to Clearwater, Florida. Sometime later, his marriage ended, and then he met Nicole. Together, they welcomed Caroline into the world. Nicole brought 2 children into the relationship, Jackson and Ty. But to Aaron, they were just his kids, made no distinction. What did Aaron most enjoy doing with his time? Well, of course, spending it with his children. Movie marathons with plenty of popcorn, complete with a lot of cuddling on the couch. Sledding in the winter. Baking cookies and cakes with the girls. He loved family get-togethers and was so proud of all his family. He loved all of you. Toward the end, Aaron was with Lisa, who loved him to the end. This was Aaron, vibrant, intelligent, astute, sensitive, and caring. But someone who can give you an up-close and personal view of Aaron is his mother, Maddie, and I'd like to welcome her up now.
Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have it on my phone here. So I just wanted to say that I know today is about Aaron, but for me it's also about all of you. I tried to write something so that you understand. Aaron was all of you, and you all were Aaron. You couldn't have one without the other. Nothing will ever be the same. It's hard losing such a big piece of your heart all at one time. And I'm amazed that someone so handsome and wonderful was created and placed in my hands. I fell in love with him the moment I heard him cry, just as I did with his brothers Curtis, a big brother he looked up to, and Brian, a little brother who followed him everywhere. There is no love like that of a son for a mother. And I was also blessed with his stepbrother Corey and stepsister Alicia. I have the same love for them. They are my children. Aaron and I had lots of great conversations from the time he learned to talk. And I was always impressed by how much he knew about so many things. And I was always in awe of his athletic abilities, which is something I didn't never possess. His energy earned him the nickname Taz, as in the Tasmanian devil, because he was a whirlwind of energy. And it made me feel very proud as a mother to have this son who was not only strong and handsome, but also smart, kind, and so very charming. He was my friend, and he heard every word I said and took to heart. Sometimes that could be a bad thing, because we had arguments and not so nice things may have been said, but he knew it never stopped me from loving him, and I knew he never stopped loving me. And thankfully, we viewed life in much the same way. He never forced anything and let life come to him, knowing everything would always be as they should. One of my favorite things was to listen to him talk to his kids, as he was genuinely interested in what they talked about, just as he was with any of his friends. He was a proud and loving dad and lived to spend time with them. And the same as the minister said, he cherished the movie marathons, cuddling on the couch and cooking with them. He made sure that they knew how much they were loved. He knew each of them like the back of his hand because he listened to them. He was a great listener like my mom. You might not get advice, but he listened and heard. I'm having 3 girls, Dominique, Layla, and Caroline. He knew all the songs from the Disney princess movies and would often walk around the house singing them. And he would sing in the shower, and it always made me smile. One of his proudest moments was the birth of his son, Anthony. He wanted nothing more than to teach him everything he knew and more. But I thank God the universe brought each of you into Aaron's life. It warms my heart to see all of the people that loved and cared for my son. Each of you helped shape Aaron into the wonderful man he was, especially Janelle and Nicole by giving him his beautiful babies. His lifelong friends, especially his other brother Anthony, who has been his friend since they were in diapers, and shared his mom, Mary, with Aaron, also known as Durka and Grandma Durka, names that come from his love of movies. His stepdad, Bobby Ray, for being at all his football games and showing him what a man is supposed to be. His aunts, uncles, and cousins, who are too many to name, and Lisa, were bringing him home and helping him be ready for this day. We will never know another like him. He loved all of you. He did his best to make everyone happy. He came home to Colorado to take his last breath, where everyone he loved and cherished is. He will be remembered. He will be missed. He will always be in our hearts. We will celebrate his life and the time we had. As he would often say, rest in power. But to my son, I say, you are brave, a brave and powerful warrior of good and love. And you spread your goodness and love everywhere you went, to everyone you met. I love you, Aaron, Mama.
Thank you so much. His mama to the end, that's for sure, and always. Well, we would really love to hear from a few of you who have a story, a memory to share that kind of captures Aaron. The only thing I ask is that normally I just let you talk from where you are, but because we're live streaming this right now, we'd ask you to come up here and speak. Is there someone that would like to get us started? We need a brave person. Here we go. Okay, come on up. If you'll just say your name and then tell us your story.
My name is Layla. I'm Aaron's daughter, and I remember when we were little and we used to go to my grandma's house and we would have movie night and we would all go on a walk to the Walgreens and we would get like some candy and stuff, and on the way over we would always put a coin on the railroad, and then when we went back we would go find it, and I always liked to do that with him. That's my memory.
Thank you, Layla. Okay, now Layla was brave. She got us started, so we'd love to hear from some of you, family or friends, just someone who has a story. Who can be next for it? Here we go.
Hey, I'm Curtis. I'm Aaron's older brother. And I just remember Aaron as like the happiest, fun-loving little guy in the world. And even if you weren't smiling or if you had a bad day, he would go out of his way to make you feel better. And, you know, I just love him to death. And I just hope that everybody out there, you know, if you have a problem with something, whether it's alcohol or whatever, if you can get help, please get help, you know. It's a really serious thing, addiction, and I mean, it takes lives. It's a disease. It's something that people have no control over, but you can get help. So if there's anybody out there who feels like they need help, just try and reach out, you know, somebody out there will help you. But other than that, I mean, I just want to say I love you, Aaron, and thank you for being the most awesome little brother a big brother could have. And just go be free now. I love you.
Thank you, Curtis. Here we go.
My name is Justin. Aaron was my brother-in-law. I'm gonna share two memories. So the first one, we were at the hospital after a chaotic day waiting for Dominique to be born. There were family fights, all kinds of, everything you would expect from a birth of a child, a beautiful thing. And I just remember Aaron coming down. Corey was there, Anthony was there, we were all there, and he comes out just tears, happier than I have ever seen him. His baby girl was born. And that is the memory that I will keep always, is that moment right there. The happiest I ever get to see him. Now, on a little bit lighter note, his second daughter, Layla, I'm sure if you guys have met her, she's a little spitfire. So they were talking one day, and Aaron always talked to him like, he would talk to you or me, an adult. And she said something, and he's like, yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And she throws her stuffed animal on the ground and looks up at him and says, you picking that up? In closing, I just want to say I love all y'all, and I love you, Aaron, and you will be missed greatly.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else? Okay. Got one, and then we'll have another one, you in the back, right after him, okay?
Hi, my name is Corey. I'm Aaron's stepbrother, and I'm basically the older brother that Aaron never wanted. Me and Curtis were pretty close. As soon as we met, we're like best friends, And I think that Aaron kind of always looked at that and admired that about us, but I think that sometimes he felt maybe like that took away from their relationship, which I will tell you, it couldn't be further from the truth, Honestly, I was always a little jealous of Aaron. And he was just so good at sports and so good with people, and he seemed to always get his way. And he's hard-headed. So naturally, we bumped heads. And I never took it easy on him growing up. I never take it easy on any of my little brothers growing up. I know how tough this world can be. So to lose somebody that makes the world such a better place is pretty hard to go through. And I want to thank everybody for, showing all of the love that they have and being as strong as they have for all of us. And I just encourage you guys, just like Curtis said, if you have any addiction problems, if you got any problems at all, you're depressed, anything at all, reach out. We're here, we care for you, and we're going to do just like Aaron used to do, and we're going to welcome you with open arms. And we just really appreciate everybody being here. So please let us know of all of these memories that you have of them, because we'll never get tired of it. I promise.
Hi, I'm one of the younger cousins. I don't have any bad memories about Aaron at all. I've never had a sad moment with him or anything. He was always so fun to be around, and I'm glad because I got to see him a year ago, even though it was under sad circumstances, but I got to see him, and it was probably one of the best days that I had that entire year, just being able to see him. He made me feel so much better, and he just did that. And I remember going up, playing with Dominique and Layla at the Christmas parties, and he would play with us, he would chase us around the house. it was never a dull moment, and I'm never gonna forget that.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm Aaron's stepsister, the only girl. And that was challenging growing up with all the boys, but Aaron always made time to play with me. And my favorite memory with him will always be, it was, I don't even know what kind of day, it was just a sunny day outside and I was playing inside with my dolls. And he brought all of his little plastic football helmets into my room, and we played football with my Barbies. But he was always making time for everybody like that, because he knew that everybody needed their time to feel like they were his number one, and he was always so happy to do that. He's gonna be so terribly missed. I love him.
Football Barbie, who ever thought of that? I like that. Yes, exactly. Did I see someone else that was wanting to come up? Yes.
Hello, thank you everybody for coming. I'm Aaron's Aunt Vicki, and I can't say I really have any special moment memories of him, but I'm super proud of the way he grew up and the children that he had. They're all beautiful. And he always did make every family party fun in one way or another. He's a beautiful soul. I'm very proud of him. I'm going to miss him a great deal. I wished he could have fought his demons a little harder to get back on track. I guess that's it, really. Thank you all. Thanks.
Yes. How about if I,
Do I have
gonna help
anything
him?
like to stand on?
I think she's gonna help you there.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
All right. So, my name's Anthony, and one of my favorite memories is Caroline's birthday, because I remember Durka was there, and we were like playing with balloons and stuff, and then Aaron picked me up and like was like swinging me around and stuff. That was the best time I had with him.
Thank you. That was very sweet. Yes.
Hi, I'm Aaron's Aunt Liz. I'm the oldest of the Colton daughters. And the thing that I can say about Aaron, that I didn't know him very well, was that he fit in to the whole big family dynamic. He could take a boring party and turn it around. He'd play with the kids. We never had to worry about kids when he was there. He'd keep them all busy. He would have games like, how many of you can I pick up without dropping you on your head? So I know that his mother is going to miss him dearly. About 16 years ago, I lost my middle child, my daughter, and it's probably the hardest thing I've ever gone through, probably ever will go through. So everybody needs to be patient with Maddie because she'll come around, but she's going to kick some ass on the way there.
Hi, so I'm Krista. I'm one of his younger cousins. It's crazy because when we were growing up, he always seemed so much older and bigger and cooler. But like, he's only 5 years older than me. Like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Anyway, the last time I saw him was right before my baby was born. Sorry, she's being noisy, everybody. If you want to look at her, it makes up for it. She's cute, promise. And he told me, he was giving me some advice, and he told me, one of the things that Janelle really, really wanted when Dominique was born was a changing table, and he goes, don't buy one of those stupid things because you're never going to end up using it. You're going to change that baby where you got to change that baby. And I'll tell you this right now, I never bought it, and he's so right. I never, ever would be using it. Anyway, my point is, he always gave really good advice, and he had a lot of really good worldly knowledge inside of him, and it's going to be really missed. And I'm really sad he never got the chance to meet my baby because he would have loved her so much. I know he does anyway, but still wish he could have met her.
Hi, I'm Dominique, Aaron's oldest daughter, and one memory that I love so much is we were in the living room watching football, and Durka was singing just randomly, and me and my sister we just went all out and just started jamming out, and I would throw my monkey, but he would laugh in the background, and I know he enjoyed that moment, but that's just really special because it showed how silly we were as a family, and how he was such a great dad, and how he always took life to the fullest. So yeah, that's my memory.
Thank you.
Anthony never sings randomly, by the way.
Yeah, I know, that's weird.
Is there anyone else?
Ooh, yeah. I'm Anthony, better known as Durka. And, man, Aaron's energy has always been just phenomenal, through the roof, and his spirit. And a couple of memories. One that came to mind is I had came over to Maddie's house, and it was Janelle was actually pregnant with Dominique, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a rough night. But at the end of it, Aaron taught me how to make omelets. Another thing, when we were younger, he had a Walkman, and he borrowed one of, I'm not sure if it was Corey's or Curtis's, but his Nas cassette. And he played for me If I Ruled the World. And at that time, I was, I just listened to R&B music, really, and, but at that moment, I fell in love with hip-hop music. And he also showed me Bone Thugs and Harmony's The Crossroads. And to this day, those are my favorite songs in the world. And one of my favorite songs that I ever wrote includes a verse that I wrote about him, and I would like to share that with y'all, if I can remember it all. It's been a long time. I wrote this after Dominique and Layla were born, and Anthony and Caroline weren't here with us yet, but we boys for life, we got it tatted on our left arms. Every time I drop bombs, you'd be like, yeah, that's fresh, dog. You always supported me when I was starting to rhyme. You named me the godfather of your daughters, and I'm proud to be a part of their lives. Now, as individuals, we're kind of like yin and yang. And even though we're opposite, when it comes to sense of humor, we're one and the same. Ain't it funny how as youngins we started off as enemies? And now I be breaking you off with positive energy. And in return, when it comes to life, you provide me with insight. And somehow, by simply talking, we find a way to get right. We're always there for one another through all the ups and downs. Through you, I found a brother. Man, that's something profound. And I would never change nothing, man. You are my brother, man. And I'll never have shame in saying, I love you, man. We boys for life. Yeah, that's what's up. And I'm going to end this verse like this. One love. I love you, bro. Rest in peace, power, and paradise. One love.
Well, we're going to change gears now, and with all that you've heard, a little time to let that sink in as we look at some pictures from Aaron's life. Please enjoy this.
You all appreciate it. When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. Running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed. A poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it. There's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
Dear mama,
place no one above you,
you all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you?
Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love for my daddy cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out and started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. You're just working with the scraps you was given. And mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got rough, you're alone. You're trying to raise 2 bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
And dear mama,
place no one above you, sweet
you all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you?
Pour out some liquor and I reminisce. Cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me and all the extra love that you gave me. I wish I could take the pain away. If you can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be alright if you hold on. It's a struggle every day, gotta roll on. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
Dear mama,
place no one above you, sweet
you all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
And dear mama, dear mama,
wake up where the clouds are far behind.
red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
When the solid ground is falling out from underneath my feet, between the black skies and my red eyes, I can barely see. And when I'm feeling like I've been let down by my friends and my family, I can hear the rain reminding me. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. When my hopes and dreams are far from me and I'm running out of faith, I see the future I picture slowly fade away. And when the tears of pain and heartache are pouring down my face, I find my peace in Jesus' name. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. Yes, you do, Lord. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. And I just don't know how I'm gonna make ends meet. I did my best, now I'm scared to death that we might lose everything. And when a sickness takes my child away and there's nothing I can do, my only hope is to trust you. I trust you, Lord. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. Control. Yes, you do, Lord. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm.
People pose the question, what are you willing to die for? I think there's a better question, though. What are you willing to live for? I ask this in light of the fact that Aaron's death reminds us that the length of our life has no guarantee. You don't know if you have tomorrow. That shouldn't cause you to live in fear or try and do everything on your bucket list in the next 24 hours, though. But it should give you the motivation to take stock of your life and see if you're living the life you really wanted to live. Jesus told a parable about a wealthy man. It goes like this. Then he told them this story. The farm of a certain rich man produced a terrific crop. He talked to himself, what can I do? My barn isn't big enough for the harvest. Then he said, here's what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I'll gather in all my grain and goods, and I'll say to myself, self, you've done well. You've made it easy and now can retire. Take it easy and have the time of your life. Just then God showed up and said, fool, tonight you die, and your barn full of goods. Who gets it? The point Jesus made here is simply seeking immediate gratification doesn't make for a rich life. In our terms, we can do two things when we think about how short life can be. First, we can approach it with an eat, drink, and be merry approach, thinking, if I could go at any time, I'm going to do everything I ever thought of doing. I'm going to spend everything and party hard and so on. Live for today, because tomorrow ain't guaranteed. Problem with this is that when tomorrow does come, and you wake up broke or hungover or something similar, if life is just a series of random days, it doesn't add up to anything special. But there's a second approach. Rather than live for today, it's carpe diem, seize the day. In each today you have, seek to move toward what you most desire in life. Maybe you want to be the best father or mother in the world. Maybe you want to have a career in something you really love, not just some random job to pay the bills. Maybe you want to write the great American novel or write poetry or write music. Maybe it's some other creative juices flowing in you that you've always wanted to try out. What do you dream about? What did you always want to do before life got in the way? I hope each of you have a lot more tomorrows. I hope you have many years ahead. But if you keep waiting for tomorrow, you will move through all of your todays without realizing your dreams. Life starts today. It builds your tomorrow. When people gather at a service like this for you one day, and that will happen, what do you want to be said of you then? What lasting legacy will you leave in the wake of your life? See, God has gifted each one of you in a unique way. Look to discover what that gifting is, why God gave it to you. How do you do that? Well, it begins inside you, where you hide your dreams from all but God. Meet God there and let him help you discover what you were made to do, but more importantly, who you were made to be. I think Aaron's biggest dream and greatest calling was clearly his family. Your time with him was too short, but you saw enough and you learned enough to have a pretty good start on your future. May God bless you, and may God help you live a life that is your dream come true. Aaron loved a lot of music, and he loved old school music especially. And this next song is one that he especially loved. Please listen to this.
Something told me it was over. When I saw you and her talking, something deep down in my soul said, cry, girl. When I saw you and that girl walking now, ooh, I would rather go blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me, child. Ooh. So you see, I love you so much that I don't want to watch you leave me, babe. Most of all, I just don't wanna be free, no. Ooh, ooh. I was just sitting there thinking of your kiss and your warm embrace, yeah. babe. Revealed the tears that was on my face, yeah. Ooh. And baby, I'd rather be blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me, yeah.
If you're wondering, that's the incomparable Etta James, I'd Rather Be Blind. Beautiful, beautiful song. As we conclude this service, I want you to know there's a reception starting at 4:45 at Justice High, 805 Excalibur Street in Lafayette. And if you don't remember that, just see me afterwards. I'll tell you again, okay? May God bless this family, this large family, this close family. May God bless all of you, the friends, those of you who went through parts of life together with Aaron. May God give you the courage to reach out if you're stuck. If you're stuck in an addiction, if you're stuck in depression, if you're stuck in something that's getting in the way of life, may God give you the courage to talk to somebody this day to begin the process of getting unstuck. May God help you to realize the dreams you were made for and give you the courage to pursue them. And may God bless Aaron, into whose care we trust him now. Amen. Thank you all for being here today. What we're going to do is we're going to escort you out. The family's going to stay seated. So if your family, please stay here. The rest of you will escort out the front so you can say your farewell to Aaron and head out this way. And we have someone who's going to come and escort you here.